Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Odd Dustin. Welcome back into Rune 2. I just want to do a quick video on the latest update that they put out in a patch and read over some of the notes and show you that the game has significantly improved just from yesterday. They just had the patch go out last night and they put out a notice about it, and it is performing quite a bit better. Now, just so you know, I've got an i7 processor with a 2070 NVIDIA card, and I've got RTX turned on. I'll show you my settings real quick here. So I've got everything on epic except for the view distance. I turned that down just a little bit. It's set for far instead of epic. And I've got everything on epic, not cinematic. I also have ragdoll enabled and RTX enabled. And the game has always, I thought, in my opinion, looked pretty good. But the performance, especially when you're in these little villages, so if you were to pan back and forth like this, it would hitch and your frames would dip quite a bit. And it's not doing that anymore, just from yesterday. I mean, this village was doing it yesterday, and it wasn't unplayable, but it was definitely uncomfortable and didn't feel right. And man, it's a whole different game. I mean, didn't change the overall everything about the game, but just that one thing, the performance, was probably the biggest hindrance for fun in this game, was the performance when you were in villages. And they fixed it. So let's take a look at the patch notes. First off, they want to say thank you, Rune 2 Decapitation Edition. We at Studio 369 are committed to supporting Rune 2 Decapitation Edition post-launch. They're committed because the previous publisher basically just dropped everything, and they do not want that to happen again. They like this game, and they want us as a community to like this game. They updated garbage collection setting to remove constant hitching. Now, this was the problem I was having quite a bit, and what this means is an Unreal Engine makes a bunch of objects while you play, so it's constantly creating all these objects. Eventually, those objects are destroyed, no longer used, but they're still sitting around taking up memory. Garbage, basically. Garbage collection cleans them up by deleting them and freeing up the memory they took. What you'll notice, constant hitching in the world is gone, frame rates have significantly improved, and you may experience a small hitch when opening the inventory menu or in single player, when closing menus on a player death, when loading in a new chunk of the world. So there's like many little hitches that you might see still, but the actual constant hitching that you were getting just by moving around the world is better because they cleaned up the garbage collection and made that work better. They reduced some of the Odin skills and visual effects based on community feedback. So I guess some people didn't like how much the Odin skills were taken up. I never seemed to mind all that stuff. I mean, I kind of like flash all up on my face. There was some chat that wasn't working in the prologue. I guess if you're doing co-op, rafts and boats, that definitely, if you saw the video that I put out yesterday or my small short, you can see how much fun I had with a boat not functioning right. Music and ambient audio now play in menus, and updated startup video. So I wonder, let's see if we can, this is just part of the, let's look at the menus here. Let's see. Not hearing any music. I don't think that I have music turned off or anything. Let me see. No. All my music's turned on, so I don't know. I don't hear any music. For combat and gear, they removed block, warm up, and shield with the shield. Blocking is now instant, so it used to be like a warm up for blocks. I did notice that blocking didn't quite work when I pressed the block button. So there was probably a small amount of time before my shield was all the way up where block didn't trigger. I did notice that. Jump attacks now stagger non-blocking enemies. I do like the jump attacks. I don't do them enough, but I need to start doing that. Increase jump attack damage. That's real nice. Arrows will now cause flinch in a sprinting player. So if I get hit with an arrow while I'm sprinting around, I will flinch. That's I don't know. Sprint is disabled while flinching. So if you're sprinting around and you get hit by an arrow, it's going to stop you from running around. That's interesting. Thrown weapons will knock down sprinting players. That might be for PvP stuff. We'll see. Players will get staggered if hit while jumping or sprinting. Added additional 0.3 second cooldown to dodge roll. So I got a little bit more of a cooldown after you dodge, I guess. Reduced projectile speed of thrown two-handed weapons. I don't like throwing my weapons, so I don't know that I'll be using that, except spears. Stick them with the pointy ends. Except the spears, okay. Reduced damage, multiplayer thrown weapons, so there's a lot of multiplayer stuff. The campaign, so this is really where I'm not really playing the PvP stuff. Spread out enemy density across Midheim. Adjusted all enemy respawn times, adjusted boss scaling, buffed blood weapons, tweaked early all metal gear stats. Tweaked the stats, huh? Lowered copper gear level requirements from 6 to 4. That's kind of nice. Yeah, because I did notice that I wanted to make some stuff, and I had all this stuff, all the, like, what do you call it, materials to make gear, but it was something that I was out-leveled for because I was early on in the campaign. Reduced enemy pushback ability range, reduced all metal drop rates. Oh, too much all metal, huh? I'm barely getting that stuff. Changed dwarf blood icon, increased drop rate of the dwarf blood, raised max spike trap stack to 99. Updated wieldable limb stats, fixed locked in quest not showing location until you enter the dungeon, fix how do you say that? Zanette's name? You fixed her name, huh? How about change it? God. Change God power to skill power bonus. Okay, that's good, because I was wondering if that's what that was. I thought it... Okay. So, fix an issue where view lore keybind was missing. Added some gamepad button prompts, replaceable items, added gamepad rebuildable See, yeah, this is stuff that I complained about, because if you're using the gamepad or a controller, there's certain things that you can press X, but it doesn't tell you that. It tells you the keyboard thing, and I'm like, I'm using a controller. Change that to the controller thing, but it doesn't. So maybe they added some of that. That's awesome. Art and world building, adjust blocking and parrying visual effects, relocate trees and rocks within villages. So they move some trees and rocks around. Updated wolf ally visual effects. Oh, you get a wolf ally eventually, huh? Fixed fire giant textures not displaying properly. Huh. I did fight a fire giant yesterday. I don't remember anything being weird about it. Updated UI sounds, increased weapon whooshes. Player attack sounds. Whoosh. Oh, that's a good whoosh right there. Increased music volume in game. Increased story dialogue overall slightly. Decrease ambient audio. Decrease volume on radiant soul and ball lightning skills. Decrease all equipment unequipped sounds. Decrease enemy vocal effects, and decrease level ups and musical stingers. Some of those have been pretty loud. PvP, I don't really play any PvP. Actually none, so don't really means not at all. Removed all grenade pickups, added 4 new grenade chests and a random chance to spawn grenades, added divine chest, adjusted various timing on release weapon during throw, adjusted all PvP helmets to have the same defense value. Replace short swords, Viking swords, decrease damage on bows, decrease max PvP grenade stack to 5. Received revive particle or fixed revive particles showing up for players not on your team. Fixed death ball self kills, giving a point. Well, hopefully if you are playing PvP, you like those things. I have no idea. But yeah, all kinds of different things are being worked on and fixed constantly in this game. They put out 3 patches in the past week. So if you have this game or you're thinking about getting it, they are working diligently to make it a better game. And so far, I mean, just this graphic patch alone has been worth its weight in gold. That's for sure. So thanks for watching, everybody. The patch notes are out. If you want to read them, I'll put a link in the description below. And have a great one. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.